I'm looking over one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Not only is it a city of art, style, and the birthplace of Renaissance, it's also a fabulous and interesting shopping destination. Ciao Bella, welcome to Florence. Today, 7 million tourists spend at least one night in Florence every year. Most of them come to explore the cradle of Western civilization, gaze at the amazing buildings, and walk the streets of the new Athens. This Renaissance city was built by merchants and bankers who were obsessed with making Florence the most powerful city in Italy. More than anywhere else in Italy, Florence has a reputation of producing the finest quality handcraft goods. This is as a result of the infamous Medici. They wanted beautiful and ostentatious objects for their palaces, so they made sure the best craftsmen came to town. Since the Medici period, the Ponte Vecchio, or Old Bridge, has had a reputation for fine jewellery. These jewellery shops, situated over the Arno River, are a great example of the craftsmanship that you can find in the city. The Old Bridge Gallery is one of the many goldsmith shops you can find in Ponte Vecchio. Here, Leah and I have chosen a selection, some modern and some more traditional. So this is a local design.
This is something typical of Florence, where it's all handmade. And you see it has a little touch of white gold that gives that diamond look.
And this is like a sort of Cartier
piece. That's in the three colours. You've got three colours.
This
18.
Beautiful.
That you can mix and match. This is something new to the modern shape.
And what about over here?
Yeah, this is all white gold, 18 carat. Gives that diamond cut effect there.
Thank you. Can I try this on?
Yeah, sure. It's very pretty the way it's cut, you see.
Wow, lovely sort of disco ball effect. It's really... Thanks very much. Florence boasts of craftsmanship like this because of the Medici rulers in the 15th century who became the great patrons of the arts. Artists from all over Italy flocked to Florence to build these outstanding palaces, cathedrals, and sculptures. One of these artists was the young Michelangelo, who was commissioned by the city to make a statue that represented Florence. Here in the Piazza della Signoria is David, one of the most famous works of art in the world. Michelangelo's statue depicts the young David challenging Goliath. To the sculptor, this symbolised Florence, a small republic capable of defeating larger kingdoms. But this David here is just a copy. The real one was moved to the Accademia for safekeeping, having been badly damaged in the anti-Medici riots. Michelangelo was a true Renaissance man, a great sculptor, painter, and architect. He believed that the form of the statue was already in the marble, and all he had to do was extract it. The art of sculpting is still very much alive in Florence today. Artists are commissioned from all over the world to reproduce old masterpieces. I'm here in the famous Romanelli Gallery, where they've been sculpting predominantly in marble and bronze for over 5 generations. Pasquale Romanelli opened the gallery in 1860 in response to the great demand from imperial courts of Europe for copies of classical statues. Folco Romanelli has followed the family tradition of sculpting, making statues for celebrities, aristocrats, and royal families from all over the world. So in your wonderful gallery, is everything for sale?
I would say nearly everything is for sale, except a few works by my grandfather and family pieces which are not for sale and just go to museums or other exhibitions for temporary loan.
What kind of prices, if you don't mind me asking?
Prices range probably from a couple of hundred euro to a few million euro.
Wow.
There's no limit.
How much would a full-size marble David cost to commission?
Another 5 meter high David in marble would probably cost around 200,000 euro.
Perfect. I'll have a dozen in every colour.
Excellent.
There are very few small cities with the wealth of designer stores that Florence has. And if you're a fashion devotee, Via Tornabuoni in the heart of the city boasts the biggest designer names. Ermanno Cervino has become one of the hottest labels in Italy. They've even designed Cher's outfit for her movie Tea with Mussolini, so I'm very excited to be here to check out their latest collection. The Amano Cervino clothes are full of embroidery, trimmings, leather and fur to make the woman's body beautiful, enhancing it with a subtle charm.
My inspiration is the body of women, the very feminine silhouette.
I met up with Amano Diali, the creative designer of the Amano Cervino label, at his villa. What is the secret of your success?
Passion, hard work, my partnership with Tony Cervino. The Italian fashion is born in Florence. No Rome, no Milan, in Florence.
Amano has gone from a consultant to a top fashion designer in just 5 years.
I have 500 best stores in the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
And no advertising? Or very little?
Before,
now?
no advertising. Now advertising, but before, no.
And this season's big idea is to combine the seasons.
The season is crazy in this moment, no? Day is summer, tomorrow raining, or...
This I love, because in winter, you are cold outside and you go inside and it's warm, so you can take your coat off and...
Why you don't come in my fashion show in October?
That would be great. So I might get lucky and get to wear Amano Cervini fashion, but if you want to be seen in one of their creations, it can set you back anything from several hundred to several thousand euros. And if you can't afford the real thing, you can always go to the Cascina market on the outskirts of the city. Not all Italian style is quite what it seems. The number of stalls selling fake pirated Italian designs at the Cascina market shows even Florentines have little regard for their style guru's copyright. Whilst the quality of goods here isn't exceptional, like any market, there are local specialities amidst the hustle and bustle, and there's always a bargain to be found. You can get almost anything here. There's Burberry handbags for only €16. We've got a Gucci for only 14. And my mum will never forgive me unless I pick up this Fendi for only €13, saving at least 200 bucks. Thank you. Sì. Grazie mille. Aha. Well, there's something for everyone here. Any kind of glasses, any kind of colour, any kind of shade. There's some great rip-offs. You can go from the Robocop, totally techno. Very Ascot, darling. Very posh. Rose-tinted, shady glasses. And they're all only €3. However, I don't think their UV value's very good, so I'm going to give it a miss. You can even buy Renaissance rip-offs here. Well, it's great to know the Italians can do tacky too. The Queen of Kitsch, I shall remain, and yes, he is coming home with me. Quanto costa, signor? €2. Bargain.
Grazie,
Grazie mille.
grazie.
Grazie, fantastico, ciao.